Welcome to Just Me. It's just me, your girl Jakira, and this is me telling you my story, my testimony, raw and uncut. Like, really raw, really uncut. I don't go in and I edit these videos. I just give it to you raw and uncut. So yes, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't watched the beginning, go back, be nosy, figure out who I am, what I do. I'm kidding. We haven't got that far. We just started. But anyways, yes. I don't even know what to say other than I'm grateful to be here. I'm happy to be here. I am happy to be making these videos because it just helps me self-reflect on how far God has brought me, and that's just a blessing within itself, especially since I was someone who did not know God, who was actually mad at God, and I didn't even know him. But he knew me, and he chose me, he loved me from the beginning, from the very beginning. Like, wow. Real unconditional love. That is what that is. Even when I didn't like you, you loved me. Crazy. Like, just. But yes, let's just jump right back into it. I said this is going to be a part 2 to my junior year. This is that part 2 to the junior year. Junior year, like I said, was the year I picked up smoking, and I was smoking heavy. Junior year was also the year I caught COVID. Before it was COVID. So I didn't have a spring break. I didn't do any spring break activities. I was in the bed. And this was when the flights were $68 to go to Miami or Mexico or something like that. They were cheap. Sorry, I broke my tongue. That was disgusting. But yeah, junior year was that year for me where I picked up a bad habit not knowing it was going to turn into a bad habit. I enjoyed smoking by myself and with my friends. And I would hate to say this, but there was nothing else to do in Albany. There's not an excuse, but that was nothing. Like, you were either drinking or you were either smoking. There was something else to do. I just didn't know what that something else to do was. So I was smoking. Yeah. But anyways, it's okay. Because I don't smoke. August 31st will make a year. No smoking. I'm happy. I'm actually happy. This is completely off topic, and I'm going to repeat this again. But I will never forget this guy telling me that once he stopped smoking, he got finer. He's like, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. I'm looking at him while I'm smoking. I stopped smoking, and I'm pretty. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm pretty. Like, I was pretty back then, but I am prettier. Like, I don't know, but I'm not lying though. I'm not lying at all. And yeah, so junior, I started smoking real heavy. Junior got cut early. Let's talk about the real job I got in the nightlife. I started working at Sand Trap. I got this job on my actual birthday. And yeah, like, the manager sent the girl up to me and was like, do y'all want to work here? And me and my friend was like, yeah. And we worked there for a couple months, right before school ended, honestly, because February, March, school ended in April because COVID had hit. They were like, oh, everything else was going to be online. Excuse me. So we did school online, and that was kind of my junior year. Working in the club, in the nightlife, that's when the real nightlife stuff happened for me. I was able to serve drinks and bottles and stuff like that. So that's where I really picked up my first bottle girl job, my junior year at Sand Trap. Sand Trap is like one of the latest clubs in Albany, Georgia, because it was the only club in Albany, Georgia. It was the only 21 and up. Like, people had fake IDs trying to get in there. Like, it was a place to be on Friday and Saturday. It was $20. I think it was like, no, I think it was just $20 all together. I don't know. But yes, Sand Trap was the place. It was a spot to be. The locals, it was either you're a local or you went to Albany State. If you wanted to be outside in the club, that's the club you were at. That's it, because that was the only one. That was literally the only club Albany had at the time. Now I don't know what's out there. But yeah, I think I want to go to my homecoming. Like, why not though? That's something that's been sitting on my heart for a minute, and I think I want to do it. I don't know. I think I want to. I'm gonna pray on it. But yes, let's just keep going. So junior year ended because classes went online. COVID had hit and classes went online. Crazy, because I had never got sick with COVID. Never got sick with COVID. Anytime I always, like, if I did get sick and I went to go get COVID tested, flu, I never got COVID. I never came back with a positive test COVID. Like, never. Anytime we had to go get tested, I never had COVID. Like, never had COVID. Anyway, but yes, so that was that. Senior year came. I'm only going to go into the beginning of senior year for me. Senior year, I came back to Albany. Classes were partially online, partially in person. So you basically had the option to choose whether if you were going to go into class or if you were going to do it on your laptop. The choice was in your hands, babe. So, and it was also based off your teacher too. If your teacher wanted everybody to be in class or if your teacher wanted to do it virtual. And no shade. I'm like, oh, well, if you're giving me the choice, babe, I'm going to stay my black butt home. I struggled a lot. I could not stay focused on a laptop. How are you teaching me math on a laptop? Like, mind you. Anyways, whatever. Yes. At this point, I'm in my degree, so I'm taking my business classes. Guys, it's just hard. It was just hard. It was actually really hard. Yeah, it was actually so hard. I didn't realize that I was actually like stressed from school to the point where I started smoking heavily. Like, wake up, smoke, eat, smoke, drink, smoke, for fun, smoke, go out, we smoking, like, pre-gaming, smoking, like, we just smoke for everything. Game night, smoke. What game involves smoking? We smoked. Just know I smoked. I don't know about, yeah, I was smoking. Any chance I was able to smoke, I was smoking. And yeah, I remember, like, I was smoking in my apartment. It was crazy. I lived downtown Albany. I loved my apartment so much. It was so crazy because I don't even know how I found the apartment. But I just knew I was not going to stay where all these other people were staying in them, sorry to call it, but rinky-dink apartments. Because at this time, Albany didn't have student apartments. You was in the mix with the locals, you know. And then, like, my senior year, that's when they started actually, like, finished up the student apartments they had. By that time, I'm already moved in. I actually loved my apartment so much. It was so, like, it was just so me. And that's when I realized, like, yeah, no, like, I like nice things. Now I sit here and think about it. How could I afford? I think it was me getting my refund for not staying on campus, and that's how I was paying my rent. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, how was you able to pay for rent with no job? But then I got a job. I went back working at Sand Trap. It was jumping at the beginning, then it started to slow down, and I'm like, bro, this is wasting my time. Wasting my time. Yeah, Sand Trap, working at Sand Trap was cool. It was a vibe. I enjoyed it. It was real cute. But you know, like, you get tired of the same stuff. Well, I get tired easily. I don't even get tired. I get bored easily. Like, oh, I can do something. I'd be so excited to do it. So excited to do it. So excited. Literally, I'd be so excited. And then I'm like, okay, when is this going to end? Is it over yet? Like, are we there yet? Are we done yet? Like, that was me when it came to Sand Trap. And they was hating on me so hard when I came back. I mean, so hard. Every time it was an issue. I'm not going deep into that. Every time I came to work, it was something. You can't wear this. You can't wear that. They would literally send me home to go change. Or you could just go home. No, I'll be back. Like, it's different when you're a girl from Atlanta, Georgia, going to Albany, Georgia. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say too much. That's what I said. I said what I said. I meant what I said. You're able to tell when somebody's not from Albany. How about that? I'm not going to say anything else. But yes, yeah, online classes, smoking heavy. Online classes was so hard for me. They were actually like really hard to the point where I was stressing out. Like, I couldn't wait to smoke. I remember falling asleep on the camera. And mind you, let me tell you something. The professor waited for me to wake up. Yeah. I'm sorry, family, but it's true. It's so true. And yeah, I don't know. But I am not a virtual girly. Do not put me in front of a laptop and say, learn this. It's not going to happen. But yes, senior year was a great year. It was a great year because I graduated. Other than that, it was terrible. It was only terrible because, like, I didn't realize how stressful school was going to be all online. I can't remember the time I even walked to campus. Like, the only time I went to campus was, I don't even think I touched campus, because now, like, when you live off campus, you don't have a meal plan. You live off campus, you know? I don't know how it worked. I don't think I did. No, I did not have a meal plan. Like, I had like Rambucks, but that was Rambucks. Yeah, that was it. I don't know, but I finished and I made it out, and I realized senior year I only went to college because of my family. I did not go to college for me. I went to college because I did not want to make my family disappointed. I also went to college to break the generational curse, which is on both sides of my family, that people have not, like my mom and my dad, they never went to college. So to be the first one to do it on both sides of my family is great. I have siblings and they will be finishing college. One will be going into college. So it's like I am that role model. I'm that one that's like, yes, girl, you could do it. Yes, boy, you better do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I had to, y'all. When I tell you senior year was a hard year for me. It was so hard. Like, everything was virtual, so church was virtual, right? My aunt, I don't even know how I got on in church, but my aunt was like, hey, just watch the church sermon online. Okay, like, I could do that. And I would either be making a wig, like sewing up a wig, or I would be smoking, watching church service on Sunday. And I had questions, and when I had questions, I would ask and stuff. And yeah, like this is before like churches were going like doing virtual, or were they doing virtual? I don't know. I mean, live streaming. I think they were recording and then post. I don't know, but yes, y'all, I used to sit and smoke. I used to have a blunt ready for church. I mean, you know? But yeah, I literally used to do that. And here I am today, growing my relationship with God. 1 year, no weed, come August 31st. Like, God is real. He moves in mysterious ways, because who would have known that he would be the reason why I would stop smoking? Because I always told anybody asks, oh, you gonna ever stop smoking? No, like I used to say me and my husband gonna smoke. Oh, I'm never gonna stop smoking. I'm never say never, because that never may be exactly what God has for you. And yes, I'm gonna end that right there. Thanks for tuning in. I have one last part to talk about, and that is the ending of my senior year. Then we'll finally be done with this college story. College was 4 years of my life, so yes, it was a lot, but I don't think like college didn't like make me or anything like that. I mean, yeah, I feel like after college is when I really had to grow up, and that's when like adulthood hit me. But yes, thanks for tuning in. This is just me, Jakira, your girl. For you to come, yeah, and be under 18, right?